Ciao! How is everyone doing today? Well, I hope if anyone is in the path or had destruction from the floods, I hope you're okay. It is not a fun thing at all. This is a very scary thing. Mother Nature is very scary because things like that, the only good thing about hurricanes, they could give you a warning, you know what I mean? They could, I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix this light, which, forget about, it's not going to work. But anyhow, nope, it's not going to work. Don't know why. It was nice and orange, and now it's not. But anyhow, they could, they know, I don't know how, should look it up. Interesting. I like to look up things that I don't know. But anyhow, I'm trying to make this all orange for you, but it's not going to work, so let's forget about that. Forget about it. Anyhow, so they could give you a warning like to get out. But the thing is, they predicted what they thought would be the category and so on, but so many things can happen, like there could be more water than they thought, less water. There could be more winds or less wind. There could be more destruction or less. And I'm sure you all YouTubers watching, not that you're watching YouTube, saw the destruction. It looks horrible, looks scary. And I pray that everyone's all right, even people in Georgia and all the way of this path. And usually those hurricanes, by the time they get to us, they're awful, a lot of wind and rain, and that is not fun either because it can cause destruction, but let's hope not. So I hope you're all okay. We'll be praying for all of you in the path of the hurricane. So anyhow, I was going to tell you a story about, actually, when I was in Florida once, when I was a little girl, 7 or 8, I was in Florida. My parents and my best friend, my BFF, and her parents, and we were in it wasn't a motel, but motels usually have one floor. Well, it was something like a motel. There's a big window in front. There was a hurricane, and it was quite big and noisy and windy. But the thing is, when you're little, I don't know, I wasn't scared. My mom was very scared of wind. Now, being an adult, I guess scared isn't, maybe scared. I don't know. For me, it's like I'm afraid of what kind of damage it will do. But being little, it's just kind of, oh gosh, there's a lot of wind. But I remember my mom being very scared. Because she knew when you're older, you're an adult and doing all adulting, especially if you, own a house, you own property, and, terrible things happen, and it's a big mess. But anyhow, we were in a hotel, motel, oh, better not say the rest of those words. Anyhow, I just remember so much wind and everything, just a mess, and rain and all, but we were lucky it wasn't that bad. I believe we're staying in St. Pete because that's where we used to always go. And the few times I went with my friends in high school, I always went to St. Pete because it's full of elderly people, and I guess our parents thought we couldn't get in too much trouble with elderly people. But anyhow, the flood part about that, talking about that, I told the story long ago. I remember once when we had terrible rainstorms with possible flooding. I don't know if there's going to be wind, but flooding. So I remember I was watching the news, my favorite channel, which now all the OGs from my favorite channel are all gone. All gone. One of them, the main guy, came up and asked if he could take a picture with him and my son, and a car was driving. It wasn't my car, and he actually, well, I better not tell the rest of the story. But anyhow, that was really interesting. But anyhow, how did I get to there from there? Oh, my favorite channel. So I was watching my favorite channel, and my mom, those of you who've been around, my mom was a working mom, and she loved to work and would grab all the overtime, and of course we needed it. But I was calling her that day, says, please come home, I'm really scared. So I guess I was scared of water back then. Well, not the water per se, but the flooding. And the flooding was bad. And I was sitting there. I packed up a little bag or whatever, a duffel bag, I don't know, with stuff, and sitting, packed some snacks and sandwiches and waiting. And she just says, well, I gotta work overtime. And I got more and more scared by the moment. So I called my friend, the same one that I just talked about, and I said, can you and your parents come over on your boat and get me? I was so scared. But it all worked out all right, thank goodness. There wasn't that much rain as they predicted. See what I mean, Mother Nature? But yet, one time here, when I was an adult, I don't know how many years I had lived in this house, but I'm trying to think how many kids I had. That's how I usually can tell. I definitely had 2 little ones. Maybe a baby, but I don't remember. Anyhow, they were predicting just a rainstorm. I don't think even wind. But anyhow, there was so much rain, much more than they predicted. There was so much rain, and I was at home with the kids, that people had to, well, they didn't have to, but they took out their canoes and were going up and down streets in our track, our area, to ask if anyone needed help or needed anything. And if you hadn't come home from work, for the working people, well, a housewife works a lot, let me tell you. But, you know, when you work out of the house, you couldn't get down your street. You couldn't get even in your track. You know, when you live in suburbia, I think it's called a track. But anyhow, that was, well, now I would say it's scary, but when I lived through it, I didn't think it was scary. It was like, because my house, well, I think I had been here a while, because I was going to say my house has never flooded before that, never flooded after that. I don't even have a sump pump. The houses behind us all have sump pumps, because my house and the houses on my side of the road are up higher, like on a, not a hill, but on up higher on a slope, and then they go down, so the backyard, my backyard never has water, but the people behind us probably get whatever residual water. I know one of my mom's friends, whenever it rained, her whole backyard flooded. She lives in my town, but actually she lives 1 street away. Well, she died. She's in heaven, but just 1 street away, but it's a long street away, like a big block. And hers always flooded. But the people across from me, they live up high, and behind them they don't have a yard. They have, like, I don't know, maybe 4 feet, and then there's a creek or something. It's not a river. It's just a little area with water. Is that a creek? No. Well, I don't know. That's what it is. But anyhow, my neighbor next door, she had 2 little boys, and I don't know if she was pregnant or not, or already had the 3rd one. But anyhow, I would always see her outside. We'd, talk. You know how you see, when you watch old shows, they show, neighbors talking over the fence. No, I can't even find the light. Where is it? So we would, sometimes, be in the yard and talk. I had a fence. It wasn't a big one. It was just, I don't know how many feet, 4 feet tall maybe. And we were talking, and I hadn't seen her in a while. Boy, no, I really made this wrong. Anyhow, so I saw her husband. What is going on here? And I said, I forgot her name now. They moved. This was many years ago. And I said, I haven't seen your wife in a while. And he says, you'll never believe what happened. He says, she was cleaning after the flood. Yeah, our basement's flooded, that's right. A lot of pictures got ruined. I don't know why I had pictures in the basement, but they got terribly ruined. Water can ruin a lot. But anyhow, I'm just going to give up on the slide, apparently. It's not going to work. Let's see. He said, she got meningitis. So apparently she was in the water, and the water was about between 2 and 4 feet tall, depending. And so as she was cleaning, she had sandals on, shorts, and she must have had a cut somewhere, and the water was, the word is not infected, but contaminated with that germ. And she got meningitis. He said she almost died. That's horrible. That's why when I'm watching this on YouTube, the news, this one news channel, and they're showing these people. There was this one boy in particular, he must have been about 10, and they went with these air boats, or I don't know if they're, I've seen them on a show where they go in the Everglades with them. But anyhow, so I see the parents all have shoes on and whatever, and jackets, and the boy had shorts and a t-shirt. Of course, you're in Florida. Oh, this was in Florida. You wouldn't know, of course. You wouldn't know which part of the hurricane area. I was talking about Florida through the whole thing. And he's there with bare feet, and all I thought of right away is my neighbor. And I said, but people don't know this. Who thinks of this? Not even I, who, if I don't know something, I look it up, so therefore I have a lot of knowledge in my brain. But anyhow, I thought, my gosh, I hope he doesn't get sick. But it's horrible, and, I don't know if it's going to get Georgia. It's supposed to go all the way up to North Carolina, and like I say, then it dies down till it gets to us. I don't know if we ever had a hurricane here. We did have a tornado. Actually, recently there was not in our area, far enough away not to be scared, but enough to be scared that it was here. So anyhow, I hope all of you are okay. It's terrible to watch. They were showing houses that were filled up to, say, your kitchen sink that high. I mean, can you imagine you stand there and it starts filling up? But I guess the good thing with Florida, a lot of people, who live there have boats. So I heard a couple people said they got out of their house and were sitting in their boats waiting to get rescued. So I hope everyone is okay and the storm dies down and quickly goes off into the water. I think that's what they do. And everyone will be fine. But for now, a lot of people don't have power. But the good thing about Florida and that area, it's, hot or warm. It would not be good for me. It would be the end of me. But, if your body sweats, it's, it's not comfortable, and, you lose your food if it's too long. But, as far as when we have blizzards up here and, big, bad, snowstorms, we lose our power. We don't have heat. And that, too, wouldn't be good because of my illness. But anyhow, at least for them, they have the warmer weather, thank God. But, there are going to be a lot of damage. Even cars, having water that goes up to the door of the car is not good for cars. So, sadly, I know a lot about flooding. But I hope it's, I hope it dies down and all. And I guess people are trying to drive and look, and then they were turning around. I don't know. Why would you? I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know anything about cars, but I know you don't drive through water. Like when we have rain here, a lot of rain, they always say if you're going on an underpass and you see water, don't go through it. So, I don't know, maybe we have good news people that tell us, Not good weather people, that's for sure. They can't tell the weather around here. They're always wrong. But anyhow, not to go into water. It's not good for your car. So anyhow, I hope you're all okay. If you want to let me know, you can comment in the comment section. COMMENT is a comment section. It's right below the blog. And you can let me know if you live there. Did you have anything, in any of the areas anywhere from Florida up to North Carolina? And let me know. But anyhow, thanks for watching, and arrivederci to all of you. Oops, didn't do it enough. I was doing that for my son, and he found it very amusing that I could do it. Now I can't do it as long. Let me try again. I need some saliva in my mouth. Oh, never mind. Hold on a minute. Let me take some water. I just thought it was funny that he thought it was funny. I didn't think it funny. I could do that a lot when I was younger. It won't work now because I'm trying to do it for you guys. Okay. Okay, that's not... Can you roll your tongue like that? Let me know. So for now, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification. Let's start over again. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, Comment. That means write something there. And can you roll your R's? Let me know. And I hope everyone's doing well. Be kind to people you don't know what they're going through. Pay it forward if you can. Be the reason someone smiles today. And keep all those people in your prayers. So for now, a hug from me to you. Maybe your first hug, your second hug, or your only hug. But for now, we wait for this tablet to see when it decides to shut off. So thank you if you got this far, and arrivederci. Goodbye and good night.